Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
All right, here we go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, give the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're running right through it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the 1st half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give. This is Chubb. Oh, nice move. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Orleans Darkwa, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. First carry for Elijah McGuire. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Spins away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here we go now.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side and got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Mayfield now. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
He'll get it up the middle. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. Dalton once more. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
For Nick Chubb. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Landry that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
368!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
44. Here you go. 368. Hey.
2nd down, Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1:51 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
Over here. 368!
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Oh, going deep here for he's got a man. Complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
44. Here you go.
Dalton here from the gun. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to it after the pick-6. Mayfield dancing to his left. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
368!
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watching that, Barney, Barney. Watching that, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Gone, 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 gone. Watching that, Barney, Barney.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Landry. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Mayfield again. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit!
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Mike Pennell with the tackle.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19. Mayfield to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Dalton, 1st and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They give it to him running left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, get ready for something coming left. Lead! Lead!
Again, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Andy Dalton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Over here.
Dalton wants to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jets, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.